Welcome back to my channel, everybody. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 7 marketing automation tools that your online business, your service-based business, your coaching and consultancy agency definitely needs in order to get back your time, automate your life, and be able to earn the lifestyle freedom that you desire. Let's dive right in. The first tool I recommend is a CRM, a customer relationship management tool or system. Now, I don't care what business you actually have, you absolutely need a CRM. It's essentially the business home for your company, so that way it holds all of your contact database, it holds all of your emails to your contacts, holds all of your text messages you send to people, your sales pipeline. It's the dashboard that your team can use in order to get an idea of what's actually going on in your business. No more sifting through sticky notes, no more writing stuff down in your phone, but you don't actually end up sorting it out. No more sending through emails or sifting through emails. You'll have everything in one place for you, and that's called your CRM. Now, there are tons of other CRMs out there. You have Dubsado, ActiveCampaign, Honeybook, you have Entrepreneur, right? You have all these other different types of tools and CRMs out there. You have omnipotent automation. Either one of them can be pretty much decent for what you're looking for. It just very much depends on your business, what specific type of service business you have, because there are CRMs that are out there that are very good for your particular industry. Let's talk about why a CRM is actually important. Number one, you need a hub for where all of your contacts, all your databases, every action in your business needs to be hosted somewhere, and your CRM can pretty much host pretty much anything depending again on what type of CRM you actually get. Number two, in CRMs like ActiveCampaign or Omnipotent Automation, there are tons of automatic workflows that you can create right inside of your CRM, so that way you don't need other tools like another email marketing tool or another SMS marketing tool. You can do all of that inside of CRMs like Omnipotent Automation as well. And number three, it's just easier to use, okay? It's easier to do, and it's an easier place for your team to be able to utilize. Remember, we're not putting together tools and automation and systems just for us today. We're also putting them together for our teams of tomorrow. For example, whenever somebody signs up for my 6-figure tech guide, what they'll be able to get is an automatic email that sends them the guide in a PDF format, and then they're gonna get added to my newsletter. They also get segmented inside of my CRM, so I know who came into my CRM as a newsletter subscriber, as an ebook subscriber, or who came in because they purchased a course or because they booked a consultation with me. So all that happens automatically as soon as somebody actually subscribes to my newsletter and they actually get the guide themselves. You can automate the following in most CRMs. You can automate sending out emails to your database. You can automate sending out SMS messages to your database. You can automate sending out actual messages to your sales opportunities. You can keep track of all your sales opportunities and conversations, and you'll be able to keep track and send out follow-up messages to anybody that you actually had a conversation or a consultation with inside of your CRM. CRMs are definitely a top tier tool. I actually have a few links in the description of this video down below, so you can check out a couple of my recommended CRMs. The next tool I recommend is a project management tool. You use a project management tool not only to keep up with clients, tasks, and projects for yourself, but also for your staff. You also want to be able to use it so that way you're not just sifting through a bunch of emails. You actually know what actually is going on in your business, and you know where you are when it comes to timelines and projections. And also because project management tools definitely save lives. I've worked with quite a few different project management tools, from Asana to Trello. I actually also use Notion, and I actually wrote this script for the YouTube video that you're watching right now inside of my Notion dashboard. It's a really good online to-do list, and I really enjoy being able to use it. It's simple, kind of to the point. It's also really fun and creative. You can really make a lot of different kind of automations inside of Notion itself. Now, Asana has been my go-to project management tool for years. I've actually recently just tried out Notion and trying to use it for project management for future clients, as well as kind of trying to get my onboarding team on there as well. So I'm probably gonna make a video later on talking about my journey with Notion, how I like it in comparison to Asana and Trello. So you definitely wanna look out for that. To see all my recommended project management tools, you can also find that in the description below. And you can also check it out at succeedingwithsystems.com/tools. Now, the next tool I want to mention is a screen recording app like Loom. I love Loom. That cannot be understated. I love Loom. I've been using it for years. It is my favorite screen recording tool. I use it to create all types of things, whether I'm trying to explain concepts to my clients or I'm trying to explain certain things to my team. I also use Loom for my videos that you all have seen, especially for my Zapier Explain series. And I also use Loom in order to create standard operating procedures, which I did talk about in my How to Create SOPs video, which you can check out by going here. Now, there are tons of different reasons and ways that you can actually use a screen recording tool like Loom, but personally, I use it in order to correct really quick details. That's easier than me trying to just explain it via text. I can record a really quick 30-second, 1-minute video, and then I can send it to somebody else and they'll be able to understand exactly what I'm talking about extremely quickly. I also use it to talk to my team directly. I also use it to talk to my clients as well. And of course, I use it for standard operating procedures and creating process maps for my teams, for my clients, so that way everybody understands what exactly is going on in the system and in this process moving forward. Now, of course, when it comes to screen recording tools, I obviously really recommend Loom. You can actually click the link in my description so that way you can see how you can get started with it. Again, another really cool feature actually of Loom is the fact that you can get transcripts of your videos automatically. So Loom will automatically transcribe any of the videos that you record inside of the platform, which I find amazing because then now, especially when you have your standard operating procedures, not only do you have the video version, but you also have a written version that you can copy and paste, and you can kind of section it off, and it's a lot easier to document that way. So again, I love Loom, and you should definitely love Loom as well. Now, the next tool I really want to recommend is Zapier. I love Zapier. Again, this is a tool that cannot be understated. I really enjoy Zapier. I have a ton of videos talking about how to utilize Zapier for all types of things in your business. If you haven't actually checked out my Zapier Explained series and my playlist, you can definitely check that out on my main channel of my YouTube channel. I have a ton of videos, and we're going to be coming out more and more on how you can use Zapier every single day in your regular day business. For those who are not really familiar with Zapier, I'll give you a really quick explanation. Zapier is like the glue of the internet. It's also kind of like the internet's translator. So what it does is it takes two apps and it helps those apps translate data from one place to another. So that way you can have these two apps speak to each other, which natively they can't really talk to each other, so to speak. Right? So for example, if you have a new calendar consultation inside of Calendly, and maybe you want to send a personalized email via Gmail, well, right now Calendly and Gmail don't really talk to each other like that. So you couldn't do that just inside of Calendly or just inside of Gmail. But what you can do using Zapier is you put Zapier in the middle, and now anytime you get a new consultation from your calendar link in your Calendly, it can transfer over into Gmail, and you can send anybody an email. It can be the person who booked the consult with you. It can be somebody on your team. That possibilities are absolutely endless. You can perform thousands of different types of automations inside of Zapier. In my own personal account, I have like over 200 zaps that I use, and I have like thousands of tasks that get triggered every single month. So I use it a lot. The average person probably doesn't use it as much as me because, again, I am your marketing automation nerd. But there's a lot of different ways that you can use Zapier to be able to save a lot of time, because the purpose of Zapier is to just save you time, so that way you don't have to do these mundane admin related tasks and they can still get done in the background because they're still needed. Using Zapier, you can automate things like social media posting, sending out emails, creating new tasks in Asana or any other project management tool. You can also use it to create new documents, and then you can use it to actually send the new documents that you actually create inside of Zapier. Now, personally, I have a ton of different Zapier templates that you can utilize. I actually have an ebook that lists out the 50 plus top recommended Zapier zaps and the templates to go along with them, so that way you can easily start your Zapier journey easily. You can get that by actually clicking the link in the description under the Zapier section. I love Zapier. It's definitely a key part of any business, and I certainly recommend that you check it out today. Now, as much as you may think that email marketing is dead, or you think people don't read emails, the fact of the matter is it's far from dead. People do read emails. So because that's true, you need an email marketing automation tool, which is why this is tool number 5 in this series. Now, personally, I've only ever really sent emails outside of my CRM, Omnipotent Automation. I use that to send all of my emails, and especially I use it for my clients. However, I did used to use a ton of different types of email marketing tools in the past. Now, there are tons of reasons why you should be using an email marketing automation tool. The number one reason is because you should not be trying to send out manual emails to anybody in your list, especially if you have hundreds to thousands of people in your list. The next thing is you want to have a way that people get an email after they fill out a form. You want to be able to send emails during people's birthdays or right before their birthdays, just to wish them a happy holiday or a happy birthday. And again, you also want to do the same thing when there are actual holidays. You also want to be able to send out emails for follow-ups, right? So after consultation calls, after you've had certain events, you want to be able to have that all scheduled out in advance. The way to do that is with an email marketing automation tool. Most email marketing automation tools are really simple drag and drop builders. So you can make them, you can make it look pretty. You can actually hire a designer to kind of make you a template so that way you can use them over and over again. If you're not going to be able to send out emails via your own CRM, which is the first place I would recommend that you use to send out emails, I would also recommend ConvertKit. I loved using ConvertKit. You can find the link in the description below. The next tool I really want to recommend is SMS marketing. Now, I know people talk about email marketing, and we just got done talking about email marketing, but we cannot forget about SMS. Most people do not really leverage SMS marketing for its use cases. It's extremely valuable. It has higher open rates and click-through rates than email probably ever will, and most people aren't really taking advantage of it. To me, I think every business owner should definitely be having an SMS marketing plan inside of their marketing automation systems altogether. Now, you can't use SMS in the same way that you do with emails. Emails, you can send one a day, you can probably send multiple emails a day, but with SMS, you can't do that because there's a lot of legalities when it comes to SMS. I don't want to get too much into the weeds, but I do want to say it does matter. You can't over spam people. You shouldn't spam people at all, but you definitely can't overdo it because there are also like legal backings when it comes to that. But nonetheless, don't let that scare you, because if you don't use SMS, I think you really are losing out on valuable clientele and being able to convert your leads into clients. In fact, one of my clients actually was able to hit 6 figures in revenue inside of 60 days. And a big part of that was because of the SMS marketing plan that we put together. So that way he was able to get in direct touch with his ideal clients very easily and quickly, because most people are on their phones and they'll look at a text message before they look at an email. Now, for full transparency, I've only ever ran SMS campaigns outside of my CRM called Omnipotent Automation. I've never used any other SMS tool, so I'm not going to leave a link below because I can't give you my direct personal recommendation. What I did do is a little bit of research, and I saw that there were other SMS text marketing tools out there that only ever just do SMS. So that would be like Slick Text, Text Magic, and ClickSend. Again, I can't personally recommend for them because I've never actually used them, but you may want to do your own research to see if they fit with what your business is about. What I do want to offer is a couple of keynotes when it comes to using SMS marketing. So the first thing is that please don't treat SMS like emails, okay? You can't send people over and over again a bunch of SMS texts in a day, especially if they're like a colder audience. They're not actually clients. It's going to become treated like spam, which is number 2. Don't spam people. Okay, don't bombard them with messages if they have not asked to actually join your list. You really have to get people's consent in order for them to join your list and for you to be able to send messages to them. Okay, number 3, you want to make it easy for people to unsubscribe. So the common unsubscribe terms are like stop or the word unsubscribe. You got to make it easy for people to get off of the list just as much as you want to make it easier for you to talk to people on your list. I use my platform and send SMS messages to my contacts for different reasons, right? So one of the reasons might be to send them birthday discounts and making sure they get reminded about a discount because their birthday is coming up or it just passed. Another reason is we want to send out messages about new sales and new promos that we have running for that day, week, or month. We also send messages about new content. So we have new content about YouTube videos, if we have new content from our podcast, if we have new content like live videos inside of our Facebook group called Succeeding with Systems. And also, we also want to send out content to them when it comes to reminding them to book consultations with us, right? So sometimes people buy consultations and we want to make sure they get reminded to actually book the consult that they purchased. Shameless plug, if you want to be a part of our email and our SMS list so you can take a look at what we have to offer, you can go to sixfiguretechguide.com. You can actually sign up there and you'll get a free gift on me. Now, the next tool I want to recommend to you is an instant messaging tool like Slack. I love using Slack. I use it for everybody. All of my team members have to sign up with a Slack account because it's my conversation hub for my entire team. It is my professional recommendation that if you have a service-based business and you have a few team members, you really want to create a conversation hub. Now, it doesn't have to be Slack, but it needs to be something that's other than email, because all that's going to happen is you're going to get drowned in emails, you're going to get drowned in text messages, you're going to get drowned in WhatsApp messages, and a lot is going to be missed. And it's easy to get that missed in text messages where you have your personal text and your business text all in one place. So I really suggest looking at a different conversation hub so that way as your team members grow, and especially because you'll have team members all across the world potentially. So you need to have a place where everybody can talk to each other in one location. Again, this is not just for you to be able to talk to them or your team to be able to talk to you. It's also for your team to talk to other members of the team. Now, Slack easily integrates with other tools that we've mentioned, like Zapier, Asana, Notion, email marketing tools like ConvertKit. It can actually integrate with all of those. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why you want to have automatic messages go out using Slack, but a couple of the key ones that we use Slack for is for customer support inquiries, right? So if any of our clients or any of our customers have any support questions, we have all that funneled into one specific channel inside of Slack. Another reason is when you have new sales. So you have any new sales, it's great to kind of keep up morale with the team so everybody can see it, especially key members who need to actually follow up with any new clients that get onboarded. The next reason is you want to make sure you have a place that people can see new tasks that get assigned to them. So if you assign people new tasks in Asana, you can actually send that person an automatic message inside of Slack so they can see absolutely everything. And another reason is to actually sign up and be able to see when leads come into your funnel, and the requisite people need to see that so they can follow up and do their thing. Now, whether or not you use Slack is totally up to you. I just really recommend you do something other than email because it does get cumbersome. It becomes a lot. Now you have hundreds of emails and hundreds of conversations and a lot of threads. It can be a bit intimidating to look at that when you have your email inbox. So having a separate conversation hub to me is my #1 recommendation for anybody in business. Thank you so much for watching this video of my personal recommendation of the top 7 marketing automation tools that online and service-based professionals, coaches, and consultants should absolutely be using in order to scale their business. I actually recommend quite a few more tools in my 6-figure tech guide that you can actually find at going to sixfiguretechguide.com, so you can see all the other tools that I recommend that I really think your business is going to need. I only actually recommend things that I use or my clients use, and my clients that I kind of take this information from are ones who are already at 6 figures or higher. Now that you know what tools you should be using, do you actually have the systems and processes in place to really enact these tools, take action on them, and really be able to start leveraging them into this new year? If you don't, then I suggest you check out the next video, which is my how to create SOPs video for your business. Now, this is extremely important. You want to create standard operating procedures or SOPs before you actually get these tools. So if you haven't checked it out, go click this video. My name is Khadirah Muhammad. I'm your marketing automation engineer, and I will see you all in this video in a few moments. Bye.